we go. There we go. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on the TWNRGY Podcast.
Thank you very much.
What? I just wanted to give you guys some tips on where to find us. The main thing, well, obviously you found us if you're watching this, but...
you found us, thank you. We were lost for a little while.
Search, first one is YouTube. Go on YouTube and search TWNRGY, TWNRGY. And also do the same thing on Facebook, search TWNRGY. And then also we have a Patreon account. Or first off, we have an Instagram account. Do it for the gram, y'all. Gram it up. Grammy season's coming up. Yeah, folks. Get those Grammys.
Award-winning.
Likes, comments, whatever. But yeah, search for us on Instagram. Search TWNRGY. And then also, Patreon. We have a Patreon account. That website is www.patreon. And it'll be /TWNRGY. And on Patreon, you'll be able to see our videos, and you'll have an opportunity to contribute if you'd like, whether it's monthly or a one-time contribution. There is expenses that are factored into this, whether it's posting and other things of that sort. But if not, feel free to continue to watch us for free and enjoy the material that we put out. And Adam has some other information in regards to how you can find us.
All right. The other things you could do to find a place to, say, listen to us on is go on Apple iTunes, go on that search bar, type in TWNRGY, TWNRGY, and then our podcast will pop up. Also, the same for Spotify. Just type in our TWNRGY name. It'll come up. And then go on Stitcher. It'll come up and you'll find us. And you could download an app for Stitcher and Spotify on your phone. This way it makes it easy. And you get there, you're on the go.
Yeah, if you have Apple, it's already on the phone, I believe.
Yeah, you already have the Apple iTunes app on there. So, yeah, Apple, you have Android.
Whatever you have, download affiliation, just
whatever site you find yourself on. Download Stitcher or Spotify app. Type in TWNRGY and you'll find us.
And once you do find us on YouTube, if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. It's just as good as contributing financially sometimes.
You can subscribe on iTunes as well.
Subscribe on iTunes.
Don't forget that.
Leave comments, leave suggestions.
We're open for it.
Open, ready for any suggestions and comments that you may have. Just let us know. We'll continue to bring information about health and wellness. And just want to say thanks again for listening to us. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Adam Fernandez.
With the TWNRGY Podcast. Love you guys. Take care.
Take care. Love you. Hey everybody, this is the TWNRGY Podcast. I'm Adam.
And I'm Aaron.
And today we're going to talk about how to get better sleep.
Get those Z's, all those logs.
One thing that we all can do is get a better sleep and probably a little bit more sleep that we generally get, at least during the week. And if you're like me, I usually try to get an extra hour or so on the weekends. So on the weekends, I know I get enough. But on the weekdays, I know I can benefit from getting better and more sleep.
Same here. Weekdays are difficult. Busy schedules. Bam.
So just gonna talk about some things that will hopefully improve your sleep. Maybe some tips or tricks that you can use.
The video game guide, tips and tricks. How to get a new Mario game.
Electronic Gaming Monthly here.
Tips and tricks, strategies. Get after it. Beat the sleep.
So yeah, just over the past year or two, Aaron and I kind of just been using ourselves as little guinea pigs.
You call me guinea pig, man. Watch your mouth, kid.
Slim guinea pig. But yeah, so just kind of been using these different tips and tricks and things that I honestly feel that have improved my sleep.
Me too.
And
we know because we have a little Fitbit, tells us how we sleep. It's kind of been, it's not 100%, but it kind of gives us a gauge.
Yeah, just I wouldn't use it as gospel, but I mean, it kind of gives me, lets me know how I'm doing with my sleep for the most part. When it registers, which is about 95% of the time. But yeah, so gonna go ahead and start and talk about some of personal tips and tricks that I and Aaron both use for our sleep. First one is gonna be, I use this like black Gorilla Tape and kind of go through my room and find like little buttons or LED lights that illuminate that can cause little light spots throughout my room.
They're like spotlights when you're sleeping. You wake up, middle of the night, it's dark, bam!
It'll lead you to the door, the restroom. So I just went through everything in my room and just covered it all up. That way, just kind of reduce the amount of light. Just one thing is that your skin, even though you're sleeping and your eyes are shut, absorbs the light, and it can let you know, and it can keep your body up. So if you're sleeping with a TV on or a bright light shining through your window or the moon, it's most likely gonna affect your sleep a bit.
Yeah, that's one thing a lot of people don't know. It's not just your eyes that are absorbing the light, it's your skin.
And another thing that I do is every night I put my phones on the opposite side of my bedroom. Like, this way I don't wake up and want to check anything. I don't have any kind of vibrations or alerts that are going to bother me. Also, I use my phone as a alarm. So in the morning when I wake up, I have to physically get out of bed, walk over to the phone, and shut it off. So, I mean, it kind of just helps me to get myself awake and alert and ready for the day by getting up, rather than just kind of reaching over and
snapping that
snooze and then falling back asleep. This way, like, I'm forced to get myself out of bed to shut it off. And yeah, it just helps to wake me up in the morning in that way. And then another thing I do is have an eye shade, which I've been using probably the past 2 years. It's just every night I put it on. This way, like, any kind of light that's coming through, peeking through the blinds, it's not getting in my eyes.
Comes in handy when we're camping. That moonlight, man, those tents don't block out much light.
It's bright. It's pretty bright.
Fires, whatever the case may be.
So it helps, like, just anything that ancillary light that may be shining through doors, windows, whatever the case may be. Also, another thing I try to do is visualize, like, my friends and family, just kind of be
like, does it make you happy, I guess?
Yeah, things make
you happy as long as I'm not making you aggravated.
Yeah, not like thinking about consumeristic things like, oh, this new bike I want, so to go to bed thinking like, oh, this bike, I just want to ride this bike.
Yeah.
But just kind of like things that matter that I care about, like friends and family. And also, along with that, after I get that kind of mental picture and stuff,
you count those sheep?
I count backwards from 10 to 1, not necessarily sheep, but I'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll do it slowly, and I'll just continue to do it until I just end up falling asleep. And I can usually fall asleep within like about 2 to 5 minutes.
Like hypnotizing yourself?
Yes, I hypnotize.
A little watch, pendulum.
And then the alarm, I go, wake up to an alarm. Boom, alarm wakes up, goes off and wakes me up. So
I didn't forget it.
That really helps me to fall asleep quickly. Also, I have earplugs just for any kind of extra sound.
A little bit of everything, man. Just incorporate you and encompass you in a little cocoon.
I know, just my own little bubble. Like Alien, just a little pod wakes me up in 5 years. But it's good just when people are loud music, TV, running around, any kind of sounds that go outside.
Are pretty thin.
Yeah, so it helps me. Like sometimes it'll on occasions pop out in the middle of the night. But I use like these kind of silicone ones that are malleable, and you could kind of put it in, probably block more sound than those little foam ones you pinch. And
the wax ones or the silicone ones are for people who swim and can't get water in their ears. So if you're looking for it, go to the sporting goods store in the swim, boogie boarding, whatever section.
Yeah, so it helps me just with sound, especially camping as well. People could be loud in other campgrounds with music or just talking out loud, and it just helps to
coyotes,
walk outside,
wolves,
howling,
bears,
mountain lions. So it just it helps me with that and kind of getting things squared off. And then the last thing I like to do is go to sleep at the same time, at least Sunday through Thursday. I do that because that way I'm telling my body, say, hey, it's 9 o'clock, it's ready to go to bed.
Wind down, buddy.
Boom, you just kind of get into that routine. I don't like to have a whole lot of routines, kind of just try to be a little spontaneous here and there. But when it comes to sleep, it's good to be routine because then it's just, because I know that if you're trying to go to bed at 11, you're just throwing off your sleep schedule. You may not be able to fall asleep, or you may fall asleep earlier than you try to stay awake. And I don't know, it's just good to have a set time of when you go to bed. That way your body's always constantly used to going to sleep at that time.
And just building on that, when your body does get tired, make sure you don't fall asleep in front of the TV, because then it's going to prohibit you from falling asleep in your bed. When you start feeling tired, your eyes start getting a little drowsy, get bed.
So these are just tips that I use on a daily basis to help myself fall asleep. So feel free to use them. And at the worst, it doesn't help you. At the most, it helps you get a little bit extra sleep and better sleep at the end of the night. So
if you don't use it, you lose it. Your sleep, that is.
Yeah. So make it happen. I'm gonna pass it on to Aaron.
Hey everybody, just going to cover a couple more remedies that we follow typically on a daily basis. The first one, I'll say the first dilemma a lot of people say, it's like, man, I can't fall asleep, or I can't stay asleep, whatever the case may be. But think about what you're doing. Are you watching TV until the last moment you go to bed? Because if you are, that light from that TV is prohibiting your brain from creating melatonin.
The blue light.
Melatonin, that blue light, what did I say?
That light.
That blue light.
Specifically.
So make sure to limit your TV time. But the first thing that we do is we turn down the brightness of our TV. I know some of you people will probably be saying like, man, I can't watch my show, I can't watch my movie, it's too dark. Hey man, it's just a couple seconds. It's just a couple minutes, whatever the case may be. You'll still hear the audio. I'm sure you probably watched the same episode of whatever it is a million times. Binge watching
Seinfeld, I Love Lucy,
Breaking Bad, whatever the case. So who cares if you miss a couple minutes? You'll gain several minutes, several moments, whatever the case, hours of better sleep. So don't worry about it. And also, if you have dimmers in your house, you may want to make use of it. So instead of having the house bright all night long up until the minute that you go to bed, turn down those dimmer switches.
Or turn off some lights.
Turn off some lights. Save some electricity. Save the environment.
Save some money.
Woo! But then also, our parents got us these lights for our birthday earlier this year. They're the Philips Hue lights. And if you have the right package, you can dim them from your smartphone. So if you don't have a dimmer system in your house, which can be pretty expensive, pick up those lights. You can dim it from your phone.
You can change the colors of the lights.
There you go. The lights also, the best light to have in your house later in the evening, just so, like I said earlier, you create and produce the melatonin in your brain so you fall asleep quicker, is a reddish, kind of amberish light. The least amount of blue light possible, the better. So, and aside from turning down the brightness on your TV, turn your phones, turn your tablets, turn your computers into night mode.
Or don't even use them.
Yeah, make it a point not to use them. But if you have to,
minimally.
if you have to, a lot of newer computers, phones, tablets have these night modes on them where it has more of an amberish hue and basically helps you fall asleep.
Blocks out that blue light that keeps you up at night.
Bam. Yeah. So try to mess with your tablets, your electronics, or I know it's tough, but at the end of the day, for the last hour of the day, try to put those phones away if you can. I know it's a lot to ask, but maybe pick up a book, write in your journal, draw some pictures, play some games with family or friends, whatever the case may be. Do a little something different. But then also another thing that we do is, Adam kind of touched base on it earlier, but it's not just the glasses that here we go. One other thing in regards to glasses, to make all those blue lights amber, are our little amber light glasses, a little RoboCop action going on. And we typically wear these about an hour or two before we go to bed, because maybe any lingering blue light that's on from the light above or whatever isn't getting through to your eyes, and your brain is able to.
Those Oakley blades are
stylish from the 90s, baby.
Like it.
I'm a 90s guy. But this is a good one to incorporate. If you do have to be on your phones or tablets or whatever, invest in some amber glasses.
Maybe like $15.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Maybe not even that cheap. Maybe cheaper than that.
But then also, once you get those, keep those on. And then, all right, next step, you're going to bed. And like I was saying, we had a little night mask that we wear. He has his, I have my own.
But then we share one.
Yeah, we do, like a big one. But also, in the colder months of the year, wear gloves and socks, because what it does, it helps to keep your extremities warm, thus prohibiting your body to have to pump a lot of extra blood into your extremities to keep them warmer, so that blood stays in your core. And when that's the case, it helps to better regulate your body temperature, so you're able to fall asleep quicker and remain asleep throughout the end of the night. And then also, we have a weighted blanket. And what a weighted blanket does is, if you're a tosser and turner, it prohibits you from tossing and turning throughout the night, depending on how heavy your blanket is. But then also studies have shown that it helps to decrease your cortisol levels that your brain creates or your body creates, which are basically stressful hormones that maybe create anxiety or keep you from falling asleep. But then one other thing about the weighted blanket is that it helps to create serotonin. It helps your brain to create it's basically your happy hormone, and it will make you happier, make you more prone to fall asleep quicker, and maybe even stay asleep longer throughout the end of the night. Yeah. But yeah, so all these things are great things to incorporate. But then also, I had one other thing. I just wanted to double check here. Let me see here.
I know it's a lot to think about. But it's a lot of little things, and once you start doing it on a regular basis, it kind of becomes routine. I know I mentioned that earlier, but it's simple. It's simple.
They're easy things you can incorporate on a daily basis. But one other thing that I want to talk about, one thing we've been thinking about doing is there's this contraption. It's called it's basically a topper on your mattress. It's called the chili pad. And what happens is you can regulate the temperature of your sleeping surface, whether you want warmer in the cooler months or cooler in the warmer months. You can regulate that. But the best reason to get one is that when you're asleep, I think you can set it, program it, whatever the case, but throughout the night, in the middle of your sleep, you want your sleeping surface and your body to be a little bit cooler. So you may want to turn the settings on a chili pad to make it cooler towards the middle of the night, because you want it to be cooler so you can have the best deep and REM sleep. Those cooler temperatures they encourage more deep and REM sleep. And deep and REM sleep are the two sleep stages you want to increase the most, so you can have the best sleep. And it kind of heals your body, heals your brain, and
cleans out that amyloid plaque.
Yeah, which I'll go over in a little bit more detail in a moment. But yeah, try to incorporate these remedies into your sleep habits. I guarantee you they'll help out. Whether you incorporate one or two or all, they all are very beneficial to your overall health and well-being. Bam, which is what we focus on, your overall health and well-being, so you can enjoy life more to the fullest and even longer, so you can have a long, sustainable, healthy life. But
definitely.
Passing it back on the bro over here.
All right, I'll do it. My turn. All right. Now I'm going to talk about some different facts about sleep. Fact. Sleep on a problem. Whenever you have a problem...
Sleep on it, like put it on your bed, you write it on a piece of paper and lay on it, put it on your pillow, like Tooth Fairy.
Osmosis, man.
Osmosis Jones, Chris Rock, best picture.
But yeah, with that, sleeping on a problem, if you just have something that's really on your mind, work or family, friends, whatever issue it is, go to bed, sleep on it, and the way your mind is, it'll help you to create a solution while you're sleeping. And when you get up and then you're kind of like cleared, you've kind of like ran through all the different scenarios in your head.
Let that negativity go out.
Yeah, just kind of like when they say, don't send an email, wait a day. Just kind of with a problem.
Or wait an hour.
Whatever.
However long, I don't even know.
But yeah, it's just good because it just helps you to kind of work through it, and you wake up and maybe you've created a solution in your mind, and it was something simple. And then also with sleeping on things, another thing you can do is study before sleep. This way, or if you're trying to memorize.
There's been studies,
Yeah, studies have shown that when you study before going to bed, you're able to retain that information a lot more.
The big one I remember is the piano lessons. In a 12-hour period, they gave somebody at the very beginning of that 12 hours piano lessons. And in one group, they had to stay up throughout the whole 12 hours, whatever time frame that was. And in the other group, they got an 8 hours block of sleep in between the lesson and being instructed again. And the people who got that 8 hours of sleep retained more of it and did better on the piano lesson.
So it just kind of goes to show there's studies out there saying study before bed. So that's why it's, I guess, kind of, not that you have to have this all-night study session, but study in the evening.
Forget Adderall. All these kids in college doing Adderall.
Yeah.
That's no bueno, man.
But, yeah, just kind of make it happen. Go out there and study whatever you need to, whether it's for school, it's for work, it's just for your own personal knowledge. You're able to retain it more when you wake up in the morning. The next thing is when people go to sleep drunk and or high, with that, it's just more of a sedative type of sleep, kind of like that whole propofol Michael Jackson thing. Like, he really wasn't getting any sleep. The guy was probably going crazy. He wasn't getting any sleep.
Yeah.
And just using that propofol to fall asleep. But it's just...
No wonder he's doing those crazy things he was doing. That guy's...
but whatever. Aside from that, just want to just kind of say, yeah, make it a point. Don't overdrink. Don't smoke a bunch before you're going to bed because it's going to affect your sleep. You're going to wake up. You're going to not feel so well. Like, it's going to, like, if you drink too much, you're going to overextend that hangover to the next day. You're just not getting that deep or REM sleep that's going to help restore your mind and your body when you wake up in the morning. And so, yeah, just make sure that you're getting real sleep and not getting that, you're like, oh, I drink and I can fall right asleep. That's probably not the best sleep that you could be getting.
Then in the middle of the night, you might have to go pee, you've been drinking all night long, and that interrupts your sleep, and whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and then for males who get 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night, reduce their testosterone levels down to the level of somebody who's 10 years older than them. So it's just kind of... also with that, you reduce your physical performance by about 30%.
So the less sleep you get, the less man you are?
Yes, testosterone levels.
Wow.
I can't speak on that. I can talk about science and those testosterone levels.
Science.
Yeah, science, man. So it just kind of goes to show you, the more rest you get, the better you feel physically. You're able to get things done. Have those higher testosterone levels.
You're a guy.
And yeah, so just male specifically. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is drowsy driving. Drowsy driving causes more deaths than drunk driving and driving while on drugs combined. So it's just because you way you kind of maybe think about it a bit, where if somebody's drunk driving or driving under the influence of drugs, you're out of it, but you still have some sort of reaction.
Somehow,
getting it, it's definitely not good to do either of those two. But yeah, you still have some sort of reaction. But compared to if you're at the wheel, you fall asleep, you're just passed out. You're not gonna react to anything. So you're gonna go out there, kill yourself, possibly kill somebody else, or hurt yourself, or hurt somebody else.
And I think they say within a 5-second time span, you're driving the length of a football field. So if your eyes are closed for 5 seconds, who knows where the heck you're traveling into? You're craning into a wall, a house, a kid, a man, a woman. I don't know.
It's terrible. So just go out. If you know you have a long drive ahead of you, make sure you do everything within your power to get a full long night's sleep the night before. That way you wake up refreshed and you go on a long drive. Don't make it a point to not go on a long car drive. Maybe even an hour could be long if you're tired.
It's all relative.
And just also, if you get more sleep, studies have shown that it can reduce car accidents by 70%.
Sheesh.
So,
your sleep, folks. I don't want to be in an accident. Neither do you.
Sleep is important. So just make sure you're getting it so you help yourself and you help by not hurting others.
Contribute to society. Get that sleep.
So those are my sleep facts, and then I'm going to pass it back to Aaron.
Just want to go over a couple more facts building off what Adam just discussed, but the fact that you can increase 2 sleep stages that are very integral to your overall health and well-being. And you can't necessarily focus on these 2 sleep stages, but you can do what you can, like maybe incorporating some of the remedies we discussed into your daily habits so you get more sleep, thus benefiting all your sleep stages, especially these 2 that I want to discuss. First one is deep sleep. And deep sleep helps to increase your short-term, as I try to think about it, short-term and long-term memory. And who wouldn't want to increase their memory? You can perform better. You can remember the long-term situation, like, oh, I remember I had this crush on this girl back in elementary school, went to the Sadie Hawkins dance in high school, whatever the case may be. or even just the short term, like how the heck to get home from someone's house. I want to remember everything as much as possible. Not everything, but just the important things in life. So get that deep sleep. But also with the deep sleep, it helps to benefit your overall learning comprehension. So I'm a strong advocate for always learning, and everyone learns on a daily basis, and I like to continue to learn.
I agree.
Bam. I like to be proactive and learn different things, new things, health, being active, and just whatever it may be. So getting that deep sleep helps me to better retain the information and better figure out ways to learn more, and it's beneficial to myself. And also with the deep sleep, it helps your brain to excrete. Basically what it does, it helps your body, and what is happening, your brain excretes growth hormone, and these growth hormones are basically repairing all the wear and tear on your body that transpires on a daily basis.
That's the same stuff Barry Bonds used.
Yeah, man, his was in a pill or liquid form.
Alex Rodriguez, Chewy gummies,
home run heroes over here. Ken Griffey, home run derby. Taking those HGH steroids, but this is a different type of growth hormone, one that your body produces naturally. And whether you're an athlete, whether you're just a gym rat, or whether you're just a normal person who likes to get out and about, go on hikes every once in a while, whatever the case may be, your body is repaired during this deep sleep stage. So take care of your body and your mind with deep sleep. But then the other stage I want to discuss is REM sleep. REM sleep, basically, what it does is it helps to, like Adam kind of talked about earlier, cleaning out. REM sleep goes in your brain, lack of a better term, and it kind of starts to scrub your brain of all the amyloid plaque that builds up throughout the days, weeks,
which
months.
Can cause Alzheimer's and dementia.
They have been like indirectly or directly linked to the cause of Alzheimer's and dementia. So yeah, do what you can. Scrub that amyloid plaque out of your brain. Get that REM sleep.
A little elbow grease in there.
Yeah, like a little massage for your brain. Get to break up the lactic acid. Feel a little better. A little less cloudy the next morning. And also, REM sleep helps to better regulate your mood. Who wouldn't want to be able to just kind of be more calm, more chill, rather than something happens, you're like, bam, it's like
high alert
over here. Your anxiety is on like all over the place. But if you're able to regulate your mood better, if something crazy happens during the day, it doesn't affect you as much as it does someone who's maybe sleep deprived or whatever the case may be. But then also the REM sleep helps to increase blood flow. And that's why I kind of think it's scrubbing out all that plaque from your brain, is because the blood flow is increased throughout your body. It's pumping a little bit more, pumping a little faster, kind of clearing things out, flowing around, and getting the amyloid plaque. That's just my hypothesis. I don't know if it's been tested. Feel free to test it. If you haven't, if it's already been confirmed, then bam, someone else has already done the trick. But also, yeah, like those are the two best sleep stages. Then there's light sleep, which is your normal sleep, and then there's awake. So whether you're tossing and turning, but those are two great sleep stages. But then some of the other, one other thing from lack of sleep, whether, all right, here we go. Graveyard shifts, or they also call them third shifts. Basically, you're not on the right circadian rhythm where you're supposed to be sleeping during the evening. And when you don't sleep during the evening and you're sleeping all these off hours, it totally wreaks havoc on your body and brain. And you become more susceptible to illnesses, more susceptible to cancer.
Shortened lifespans,
all that fun stuff. So that's why I think it's
not very fun at all.
Yeah, that's why I think it's beneficial that modern societies, modern countries, whatever the case may be, do something for these individuals. Especially, think about it. A lot of the people, and I'm sure there's graveyard shifts, security, this, that, and the other, but the individuals who work these late shifts are typically police officers or firefighters,
nurses,
they're
doctors,
healthcare workers. And these are the people that are saving our lives, protecting us, taking care of us. And when it comes time for them to retire, no one's taking care of them. So that's why I think they should do more research as opposed to benefiting these individuals if they are going to be working these crazy graveyard shifts, or take care of them financially, because it's difficult when you have to have all these medical bills and I don't know.
Everything catches up in the long run.
It all catches up. But then also with the deprivation of sleep, it leads to bad choices. If you think about it, in the morning, if you either just didn't get great sleep or you had very short sleep for one reason or another.
Or actually overslept.
What? I'm late to work. But you make bad choices. You wake up, you don't have enough time, and you just grab whatever's there. Maybe get a bowl of cereal, a sugary treat. I like cereal. I haven't had cereal in a while, but you make bad decisions. You grab that granola bar. You do whatever else. You grab that breakfast sandwich. Go to McDonald's. Lack of sleep leads to bad choices. And also, if you slept in, like I had mentioned, you're rushing to work. So you're either weaving in and out of traffic or you're speeding. Either way, you're putting your life on the line. You're putting other people's lives on the line. And then you're also putting yourself on the line for getting a ticket, having your insurance go up, paying that ticket. So sleep leads to bad situations a lot of the time. But then also, there was one more topic I wanted to discuss in regards to sleep here. But let me see. Oh, yeah, here we go. One thing that people typically think if they deprive themselves of sleep during the week, one thing they'll try to do, like, oh, it's my lunch break, I'm going to take a nap. So what they'll
making up that sleep.
I know. Then they're trying to make that sleep by taking a nap. Or they're like, once Saturday and Sunday rolls around, I'll sleep in and kind of bank up a couple extra hours for those hours that I missed during the week. But little do people know that's not the case. Once you've already deprived yourself of that sleep, you've already caused the damage. Mm-hmm. So
you can't take it back.
Nope.
You can help yourself for that next day when you get 8 hours plus of sleep.
Yeah, you feel refreshed one day.
It's not gonna go, oh, let me get rid of all that damage that happened the other day.
Alzheimer's, those cortisol levels that went up the day before.
Not gonna work. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Wish it did. That'd be nice.
Yeah. So it's good. Try to get naps. Try to get extra sleep on the weekends. Continue to do it, but just remember that it's not gonna basically mitigate the damage that's already happened. That damage is already done. So try your best going forward. Take care of your future self, like we've said a million times, and try to get those extra hours of sleep during the week because you cannot get them back after the fact. But then also what you can do to benefit yourself is eat better. Supplement, whether you take a good fish oil that kind of helps with your neurological well-being, or also some people do supplement with melatonin. Some studies have shown that it's beneficial. Some studies show that supplementing with melatonin is no better than just basically
a placebo, a sugar pill.
Yeah, kind of a placebo, a sugar pill. It's a ritual, so you think, oh, I'm taking this.
It's going to help me. But if it helps, I don't see it being a bad thing.
No.
It's inexpensive.
Same here. Melatonin.
I don't take it, but I mean, if it helps some people in their mind, it's just a placebo thing, then good on them.
Yeah, so if it's placebo effect from taking the melatonin, then keep on keeping on and keep on taking it. But one way you can incorporate something into your diet that is at no cost to you is through intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is basically going 12 hours from the last time you ate until the next time you ate.
Or any kind of range of time above.
Yeah, 12 hours or greater. I just say 12 because that's the typical range, but 12 or greater. Adam and I typically do 16 hours, but or more. But what's happening, like, just to better explain it, you stop eating Monday night at 6, and you don't start eating again till 6 a.m. the next morning or later than that. So what is happening, two things, is that you're not eating close to the time that you're going to bed, so you're not digesting all those foods, because when you're digesting those foods, like if you had a big, huge meal about an hour before you go to bed, it makes it difficult for you to fall asleep because your body's, like I said, digesting it, kind of, it's in action, and it's not calming down, which it should be doing if you ate several hours and a lighter meal before you went to bed.
Yep.
But typical Americans got these big old dinners right before you go to bed. Like, hey guys,
hopefully they would make it so you don't want to eat for another 12 hours.
Yeah,
and get a big ass
it's
meal.
like Thanksgiving dinner every night in a typical American household, but
extra value meal.
extra value. What value are you getting, man? Cash value, because you're not
food, man.
No value to your health. But but along with intermittent fasting, you're not eating directly before going to bed, so you're able to fall asleep a little bit better or a little bit quicker and have more sustained sleep throughout the night, increasing your sleep efficiency. But then also what it's doing is when you're not continually fueling your body, your body's looking for fuel sources internally. So what it starts to do, it starts going for cells and breaking them down, whether it's your organs, then also your brain. It'll start kind of clearing out some of that amyloid plaque and decreasing your likelihood of Alzheimer's and dementia, thus basically taking care of some of that damage that you've done prior to depriving yourself of sleep. But this one last thing I want to say, as I saw it on my phone today, is that individuals who get 7 to 8 hours of sleep on average have a lower body mass index than other individuals, meaning that you're thinner and more leaner than individuals who get like 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Anyways, food for thought, and kick it back.
Yeah,
down.
this kind of just wraps everything up. It just trying to show you the importance of getting at least 8 hours of sleep and getting the best sleep throughout that 8 hours
sleep
as possible. So just make sure you're just at least 5-6 days a week getting as much sleep, at least 8 hours of sleep a day. I need to get a little bit more myself.
Same here, something I can work on.
Just get out there and make it happen. No excuses why you can't do it the majority of the week, and just do it. Sleep well.
Follow those
feel
logs,
better.
count those sheep, sleep like a baby.
So this has been the TWNRGY Podcast on how to get better sleep. I'm Adam.
And I'm Aaron.
Have a great day. Love you guys.
Get some sleep.
Bye.
Love y'all.